Hello and welcome to another episode of the Regulation Podcast. This is Season 2. Episode 53 is the first episode of Season 2. Congratulations, Eric, Nick, Gavin, and Andrew, and I guess to myself, Geoff, as well. We didn't shit the bed in the first year. Most businesses completely flush themselves down the toilet in the first year, but we're still floating around.
You shit your pants, but not the bed.
Thank you so much to the audience for supporting us and allowing us to not flush down the toilet and fail immediately.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
We couldn't have done it without them.
The audience keeps our bed sheets clean.
The audience keeps us afloat, like quite literally.
They fill our toilet reservoir a hell of a lot faster than the one in our office does.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
I was going to say my dump room, but I guess it's still part of our office.
It's your dump room, though.
The office dumper?
Well, they designated a bathroom just for me.
Oh, you have your own shitter.
Yeah, they're very, very kind about it.
Oh, that's great.
Half bath.
Yeah.
That's fancy.
How's everybody doing living in a Season 2 world?
I feel so good. I feel twice as good as I did last time we did this. Double good.
Man, I can't wait till Season 10.
I went to open my notes, but it just opened my worm names of the video you just blindsided away.
I can't wait to play more Worms, though.
Whatever. We spent like $120. You're ridiculous.
I like that he blindsided us on a game of Worms that we all had to pay for.
Yeah, what the hell?
We're still going to make the video.
Yeah.
If you say so.
Doesn't change anything.
Speaking of notes, actually, I have a note, and maybe you can help me with this, Geoff. It just says summer movie auction debacle.
Oh, I have a note in my, let me see. It says, this is coming up tomorrow. So let's put those two notes together.
I think debacle is a strong word. I said it at the time. I'm going to stand by the fact that debacle is strong.
Gavin, you're gonna love this. So yesterday we did a Falcon event where we watched movie trailers of all of the movies that we incorporated into the summer movie draft, right? Which was a great event. We basically watched them in the order we drafted. And so I hadn't seen most of the trailers. It was cool to hang out and shoot the shit with the Falcons. And things went awry really quickly, though, because we got to Clown in a Cornfield, which is my movie. And Andrew said, that's not your movie. That's my movie. And I said, no, I even went back and watched the video that we created last week just to make sure it was my movie because I was a little confused based on some of your public comments seeming to think that you have the movie. And Andrew goes, I'm pretty sure it's my movie. And I go, I watched the video and I'm looking at, and Eric goes, I'm looking at the sheet and it says it's Geoff's movie. And Andrew goes, don't look at the sheet. The sheet is wrong.
What?
Wait, what?
No, that's not exactly how things lined up.
Yeah, so there was another one. Fight or Flight came up. We were watching the trailer for Fight or Flight. Said, whose movie is this? And I said, Gavin. And Andrew said, no, this is mine. And I said, I'm looking at the sheet and it says Gavin. And then as I'm looking at the sheet, it changed to an editable document to a view-only mode, and then Fight or Flight quickly changed from Gavin to Andrew.
So let me address both these things, because these are two separate issues. The Clown in a Cornfield thing, unrelated to the document issue, that's just me remembering wrong. I thought for some reason for sure that I owned it just based off of memory.
You spent a whole Worms game promoting it.
Yeah, which I really appreciate, by the way.
That's exactly, and that happened before the video even came out. So it like shows that I just completely misremembered how that went in the draft. Now, what happened with the document that caused the Fight or Flight issue is, as you may remember, it was a whole thing where it wasn't working on my computer, the initial one. And so I had to make a new one. And then I sent it to Eric, and then he couldn't edit it. And it was a whole panic thing. So I just made it public. And then the video came out, and people found it because it was public. And then as a joke, swapped a bunch of the movies to being owned by Gavin.
Why do you make documents public?
I just explained why I did it in that instance of it was a moment of panic while we were recording and trying to get Eric access to it as immediately as possible. I completely agree. Not the best way to do it, but it was a panic move.
Please, audience, stop looking for the documents and finding them. Andrew is incapable of not making them public.
Loves putting them on the internet for the whole world to see.
I love people to see the stuff that we do.
Yeah, it's called view only. It's called view only mode for the public.
You know what? That's a great point. I'm not trying to argue that I did anything right here. I'm just explaining why it went wrong. It was definitely in the wrong.
It's the whole you being in charge of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to take charge of it, Gavin, you're more than welcome to. You go ahead.
Happy to.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
I'll do it.
Sweet.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'll do it next year.
Next year.
Well, he needs to feel 3 times as good.
Well, we did the movie auction already. We're not doing it again, are we?
What do you mean?
What?
What?
I was referencing all of the stuff relating to it, which includes
Right.
sending
Right.
out all of the Let's Plays to editors and
Uh-huh.
scheduling and making sure it goes up on
Oh,
time.
you're just saying do your entire job?
No, I'm saying that if you think you could do it so much better, well, I don't even know what I was saying.
Okay.
I'm saying that I was in the wrong in this. I don't understand. I don't know why you're still attacking me. I'm saying I fucked up. I was wrong.
Yeah, you're really kicking him while he's down, Andrew or Gavin.
fucked up.
Yeah, what are you doing attacking him? I thought you were on his side the way he's on your side.
I
Gavin,
am
come
on Gavin's side.
He spent a whole episode defending you from the Australians like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, good point. Yeah. That came out.
It did. My point. Okay, because I came at you aggressively as a friend. I was shit talking you, but the heart of my sentiment was on your side, in my eyes. Let me explain. There are people that are saying that's a great segment for the Australia Morning News, in which I agree. That was totally fine. That's a great talk show moment thing.
You're saying you totally agree and it's totally fine.
I'm saying from their perspective, it is. What I poorly communicated was I think that you are so incredibly talented and have so much else going on. I don't know how that values you to go on there and explain why you did this thing. Like, I don't know what you get out of it. As somebody who is
Happy to do it.
busy and like talks about, the importance of their like not wanting to waste time. That was what I was trying to advocate, is that I feel you're above what that interview was.
Oh, I disagree. I think it's not often you get asked to be on a different country's morning TV show.
That's totally true. And that is something that I don't think ever experience. I'm not claiming that I deserve to be or that like I could ever.
I hope to God you do, though.
Yeah, me too.
It would be a disaster. It would be horrendous.
I really want to make that happen.
I just feel like I've heard from podcasts, and I feel like even you and Bernie talked about it in the Rooster Teeth podcast, that there is like a 0% conversion rate from people seeing something on TV to then engaging with it online.
That's true. That's 100% true. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really doing it for that.
Which is totally fair. If you're doing it because you just wanted to do it and made you happy, that is totally valid. But just seeing a clip and also not knowing the full context of the interview, but just seeing one segment where it says, "Why did he start this?" was very funny to me.
Andrew just values your time.
I value your time?
I think.
Well, I don't think he does.
I think all of us do. I think we all really value your time, and we all know how hard you work, Gavin. So we
he does. He works incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Insanely creative.
we care for and about you.
Well, yeah, it's appreciated, but I feel like even busy people have... There's so much stuff, I feel like, scheduling, where it's like a bunch of stuff's on the same day and you have really busy days. But then I might have just a completely empty day. And I
Yeah.
just will fill it with whatever. Even if like on other days it would be completely worthless. But I think I was still flattered to be asked on it. I'd make time for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. If that brings you joy, if you're flattered by it, that's awesome.
Just wear a fucking regulation T-shirt next time you do it.
Yeah, so if you
Which
were
one?
asked by another country's morning show to like do that again, you'd do it?
Well, yeah. Well,
What if I, because I'm going to be honest, I didn't love the hosts of that program.
Jesus Christ.
Just my opinion.
Okay.
I didn't think that they were the most engaging. I thought you did an excellent job. I went and I watched the full thing. I thought you were great. Didn't think their performance was necessarily the best.
You were great, Gavin.
But
You
they were in the
really good.
middle of just like probably
Gavin,
day...
take the compliment. Take the compliment, man.
Yeah, come on,
I'm
dude.
just defending the hosts.
Everybody agrees you were great.
Well, listen, I don't want to put you in an awkward spot. I'm not saying you feel this way. I'm stating I feel this way.
But what if they were just like day 750 into that job? It's like the middle of the
Totally.
show. They're just...
Absolutely.
Well, what if you approach this podcast with that attitude? How dare you? You better be all in on day 750 of regulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's only an hour a week. I'm saying they probably do that all the time.
Absolutely, they do.
Your interview is so short, man. I don't know. It was like, that's way less than an hour. So they should be able to get up for that.
Yeah, 5 questions.
Also, it's Gavin fucking free. How often
Nick's
do you
back.
get to talk to Gavin fucking free? About once every decade.
That's what I'm saying. So Andrew has an idea.
I should pitch you to other shows. I think I could find a better morning show for you to be on.
Can I ask a question, Gavin,
Yeah.
of you? How many morning shows have you appeared in throughout the entirety of your career?
Less than 10.
Less than 10. Okay, so can we just say 8 then? Does that seem okay?
Sure.
What do you think the record for most morning show appearances is? And can we
Oh,
make you
man.
break it?
I don't think. Oh, God.
No, that's
What
like
if Gavin just becomes the morning appearance guy? He's like that dude that brings out like baby kittens and leopards and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Jerry O'Connell has done a lot of morning shows.
Yeah, would I be
Jerry O'Connell
freelance
would be
across multiple shows? It could be like a really like how Howard Stern is the king of all media, or the king of old media, and I could be the king of breakfast appearances.
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
we structured one day where it was different time zones in different countries and you just keep hitting back to
Oh.
back to back mornings?
Morning all day?
Morning all day.
Dude.
I love that.
Gavin's morning all day.
Gavin's the all-day brekkie boy.
Oh, a brekkie boy.
If you just kept moving around the earth, can you stay inside a morning for like a week straight?
I would think so. You just have to,
You have to cross the date line at the right time
yeah.
for it to be morning. If you took off at 11 a.m. and landed earlier some morning of the next day,
Oh,
that might be tough.
Yeah.
you never need a lunch menu. It saves so much time.
I wonder
Just
if I
dinner
would,
or
if I was
breakfast.
living in mornings for a
Fuck.
week, would I want to go through the motions of lunch and dinner, or would I just feel so morning-y that I keep ordering breakfasts?
That's such an interesting question. I feel like I'd get sick of breakfast pretty quick, as much as I love breakfast.
Yeah. 3 times a day would get old after day 2.
I don't think I could do pancakes 3 times a day.
Well, you'd probably want to mix up the breakfasts.
Yeah, you can have a waffle in there somewhere.
Yeah, I'd probably go pancake, waffle. Oh, do I go waffle for day? See, this is where it gets tough. But day 2, you do 4 meals,
Oh, God.
it's over.
This is a perfect fucking segue for something I want to try with you guys that I have been holding on to forever. It's been on my notes forever, but I'm going to Google it real fast to fucking find it.
Okay, you pull it up. While you do that, Gavin, can I have a trial run as your booking agent? I can run some options by you potentially, see if there's any other.
Absolutely. What's
Okay.
your percentage?
0. I don't want any
Okay.
money for this. I'm doing it.
Wow.
That's good because I've never once been paid to appear on television. So that's good.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't get that's wild to me. I'm surprised.
I don't think do they usually pay people? I don't think I can charge for that.
I feel like you should. You're giving up your time.
It's an appearance
Like,
fee. Even Bernie even pays you to be on morning somewhere, doesn't he?
I would
So
pay.
you're gonna let Andrew do this?
I think I should. I mean, I did just go on that long rant of how I don't want him to be in charge of anything, but I think I would put you in charge of my appearances.
It can just be a trial run. It's
a trial run. I'll pitch some. I'll see what I can do. We'll get back to this. I'll throw some appearances at you. Geoff just posted spaghetti pancakes.
Yeah, pancake spaghetti. Let's say you're on a flight and you're racing the international date line and you're trying to have it be morning, so all you can eat is breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow.
For dinner, why not have your pancakes spaghetti style? There's a TikTok I saw a while ago about where they use a squirter to squirt the pancakes out into thin strips, and then it basically becomes spaghetti. And then you cook it up like that, flip it over, get everything cooked, and then you just put like your maple syrup or your powdered sugar or whatever on it, and you eat it spaghetti style.
So it's like if you want your entire pancake to taste like the little dreggy smears that are attached to your normal
Yeah.
pancakes.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Or if you want like super crispy pancake,
Interesting.
it's a different take on an old favorite.
Could you do like spaghetti shredded potato, maybe?
Maybe
Like if you just extend the shred? I think that would be really good.
anything that you can turn into spaghetti, you can turn into spaghetti, I think.
I wonder if you could spaghetti bread and have like a spaghetti sandwich with spaghetti bread and spaghettied ham.
So you're just making like a whole spaghetti meal. Like what
This
you
is
have for
a
lunch?
full
It's spaghetti,
spaghetti.
but it's like
Ham
just a
spaghetti.
sandwich.
But you
Yeah.
can potentially pick it up like a sandwich still. You'd just be holding all spaghetti.
Oh, there's something so gross about having a handful of spaghetti sandwich.
Hey, you know what? We have a kitchen to try it out in now.
That's true. We can definitely give this a shot.
We would just need. How would we get a long string of ham?
Cut it really like a
Yeah, we'll
spiral
get
thing?
go on down to the Honey Baked Ham store and eat some lunch while we're there because they have fucking ham sandwiches for lunch. They're pretty fucking solid. And then we'll pick up a big ass spiral ham and then we'll just cut it right.
Now, hear me out. I think we could get what this thing is called the Johnny Apple Peeler. And we just do that with ham, right?
Ham that, yeah.
I want to see
Yeah.
a ham on a Johnny Apple peeler so bad.
But we get that with like bread. We do it with cheese. We do it with like
Eric?
everything that you would want. Yeah.
If you'll buy us the Johnny Apple peeler,
I'll
I'll
get it right
source
now.
the ham.
So it's like a food lathe. Do we have to make the ham spherical first?
We'll have to cut it down a little bit, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll do some ham shaving.
Should I get the suction base or the clamp base?
I think clamp, right?
Clamp base probably
You
for
think so?
safety. Yeah,
The
we'll put it.
suction
We can
sucks.
put it on the island.
Okay.
I have it. The suction sucks. Don't do it.
You have one of these?
Yeah.
We'll definitely listen to him then.
Yeah.
He's an expert.
I guess so.
Dude, ham spaghetti is gonna be fucking delicious.
It's gonna be good.
I like the idea of this being almost like a spin-off of Does It Do, and it's just Does It Spaghetti, and you just put things in the thing trying to make spaghetti.
I've had
We
that.
were go for it. Go for it.
I was gonna say I've had that link in my notes since November. I think
Oh, that's awesome. We
keep
were
trying to find a way to bring it.
we were getting stuff moved out that we had kept in storage to get to like the new space. And Gavin had the Does It Do paintings that you guys made, and those are going to be hanging in the new
Oh, yeah.
office.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah, we kept him.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing how much shit there was.
Did you guys film the throwing of the patch on a shirt at distance? Is there video of that?
Yes,
Yeah, Gavin has it, I think.
I have it. It's on my phone.
Yep. Okay. I was going to say, I filmed it on somebody else's phone, though.
Someone should post that because I want to see it.
Oh, maybe it was on Gavin's phone. I thought I
shit.
filmed it, but
We should get that up there because that sounds amazing.
Maybe you did film it because you were throwing the patch on me. That's what it was. You did film it.
okay.
That's exactly what it was because I was wearing the shirt.
Well, then there's a good chance I hit record after I should have stopped, or that I filmed our feet. But
Now, would you call that the video being corrupted?
no, I'd call that me being me. The video
Interesting.
getting Jeffed.
Jeff, I'm gonna take that.
Yeah.
That saves a lot of time for me. I guess we had a word. It's salad cream, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Or
Yep.
Greg.
Or Greg.
Greg did. Yeah.
Speaking of getting Gregged, man, I got fucking Gregged at McDonald's today.
You got Greg at McDonald's?
I had to go, maybe just salad cream, but I was fucking annoyed. I had to go up and get some meds for the dog on the other side of town, back where I used to live, which is where the McDonald's I used to always fight with was. And I thought for old time's sake, maybe I'll swing by my old McDonald's to get some breakfast. I get into the drive-thru and I tried to make it as simple as possible, as I always do. And I just said, I'll take a number 4 with cheese and Diet Coke. And she goes, we don't have any soda today. And that's all she said. Like, there was no like follow-up to that. And I waited for a while, just silence. I went, can I get orange juice? And she goes, okay. And then she goes, number 4, sir, number 4 doesn't come with cheese. And I go, yeah, that's why I
That's why you said
requested
cheese.
That's why I requested the cheese. I'm trying to add the cheese to it, which, by the way, a number 4 in breakfast is just a fucking sausage egg biscuit. And the number 3 is the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Why the fuck doesn't sausage get cheese by default? Why do I have to add cheese to it every fucking time? Bacon gets free cheese. Why doesn't sausage get free cheese? Makes no goddamn sense, McDonald's. But anyway, that was hyper aggressive the way she said it. Sir, it doesn't. And I was like, well, that's why I'm requesting cheese. I'd like to add the cheese to it. And she gives me one of these. She goes, ugh. And then
Wow.
I pull around, doesn't even look at me, takes my money or whatever, sends me to the next thing. I come up to the lady and she goes, we can't get to the orange juice right now. I went, what? She goes, it's hard to get to the orange juice right now. Do you want lemonade instead? And I was like, I fucking guess. And so I ended up with my 3rd choice for drink when I went to McDonald's today. And I got sass for asking for fucking cheese.
So they got, I assume, a delivery in, and they have to sell their way to the orange juice.
I don't know. I don't know what was going on in there, man. But she was like, wait, it's hard to get to right now. I was like, okay, I don't want your job to be hard. Give me whatever's available, I guess. And why do you have lemonade but not soda? They come into the same fucking machine, but okay, that's cool.
They're running a McDonald's like a game of solitaire.
Dude, every time I go to that McDonald's, it's oof.
It's a blueprints puzzle. They need the RNG. They just can't get the orange juice to drop, but we do got lemonade, sir.
I like that McDonald's because at that McDonald's, the customer is always, fuck you.
So you got the cheese at least?
I got the cheese and it was fucking delicious. They no shade to the cooks who put that together because they did a phenomenal job. And I'll be honest with you, lemonade was great. Wasn't what I wanted, wasn't the replacement for what I wanted, but it was good.
Weren't you saying how when we got burgers the other day, it'd been so long since you had fast food?
Yeah, it had been a long time since I had fast food when we did that. But yeah, I ripped that Band-Aid off.
Got that McDonald's.
I had
got the cheese ordered in.
Jersey Mike's yesterday, and I had McDonald's for breakfast today.
Look at that.
This episode of the Regulation Podcast is sponsored by Shady Rays. It's sunglasses and that. Get ready for your next eyeball adventure with shades that are built to last. Go to shadyrays.com and use code REGULATION for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company with top-tier durable frames and crystal clear optics. Chances are, if you see me knocking about in the summer, I've got a pair of Shady Rays on the front of my face, or if I've just walked indoors, I'm probably squinting a little bit, but the Shady Rays are now on my head. If you lose a pair, or you sit on them, or they fall off your face, and you do that thing where you try and save it with your foot, and then you just kick it, they've got you covered. Each pair comes with lost and broken protection, so you're covered from day one with a replacement pair. If you don't like the pair you bought, or you want to try a different pair, you have 30 days to send them back for a free return or exchange, making it pretty risk-free overall. For our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Head to shadyrays.com and use code REGULATION for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Big thanks to Shady Rays for sponsoring this episode.
I want to know about what's going on with this TV because I keep hearing about a TV in relation to The Office, and there's something that's occurred.
Jeff and I went shopping, and then we put the TV.
Well, can I just take it back a second?
Yeah.
Eric and I rented a U-Haul I guess last week at this point, and we needed that because we had a bunch of stuff to pick up. We wanted to get stuff from Gavin's studio. We wanted to go pick up stuff from Tina and Ray that they were giving us some extra stuff that they had. And then we also, where else did we go, Eric? We had to go some third location too.
We had to go to my house where a kitchen island was delivered.
That's right. We had to go to your house for Kitchen Island. So we basically were in the U-Haul all day.
The heaviest fucking thing, too. So heavy getting that thing to the car. It was fucked.
We definitely saved heaviest and shittiest for last, which in retrospect was maybe not the best idea. But while we're out driving around, I go, hey, man, we need to get a TV for the office for like the co-op room and everything. We should just go to Costco and pick one up while we have the U-Haul. And Eric's like, I don't want to do that. It's a long way away. And I'm like, I know, but we have the U-Haul. Now would be the time to do it. And he's like, we'll deal with it later. So I was like, okay.
You can frame this. Shut up. You can frame this however you want. 100-inch TV is fucking psycho behavior.
Nobody guys
Nobody bought. First off, nobody bought a 100-inch TV.
Okay.
I saw one and I said that there was one available on sale. We didn't buy one.
Did you know though you can get a 98-inch TV at Costco for like $1,100 or something?
That's ridiculous.
There's a better photo that Gavin has.
It's too big to fit on the wall.
So Gavin, technically, yes. So Gavin and I, we were hanging out the next day putting stuff together. I was putting chairs together and he was building shelves and stuff. And we thought, hey, why don't we go get Emily's SUV because she's got a bigger car and we'll just go to Costco and pick up a TV and bring it back because we're going to need one. At this point, we've already used it for the live stream. Like it's an integral piece of technology. And it's one of the like hanging chads we have out there that it still isn't in process, you know, like computer equipment's already been ordered. Sound equipment's already been ordered. Furniture's all already been ordered. But like there's a few odds and ends like the TV that is just sitting out there. And so we drove over to Costco and we got to Costco and I was smart. I brought a tape measure and we laid the back of the SUV down and I measured the width inside from wall to wall. It was 43 inches. And so I told Gavin, we can buy a TV as big as 43 inches wide. And high, yeah. And then we went and we measured every TV until we found a TV that was 43 inches high.
Now, you may have immediately noticed the problem in that the packaging is going to be
right,
much bigger than the TV.
Yeah. Aren't the packages out there with the TVs? It's not just the TVs. And you guys were just measuring the TVs then?
But here's why. Because we knew if we took the TV out of the packaging, it would fit. Who needs the packaging? We're not saving the packaging. It's just a thing we got to throw away later, right? So we bought the TV that was 43 inches tall to fit into a space that was exactly 43 inches wide, which in retrospect, maybe we could have given ourselves an inch leeway there.
Yeah.
Also, at no point did we measure depth. That became an issue. And we go out into the parking lot. And I don't have any tools. They didn't have any tools at Costco. So we didn't have any tools to take the TV out of the packaging. It's got like those plastic bands around it and shit. But I remembered that Emily had just bought this thing on Amazon where if your car sinks into a pool or a river, you can like pop the window out and it's got the little thing that cuts the seatbelt. And so I grabbed that. We used it to cut.
I put a picture in Slack of this package.
Oh my God.
Holy.
It's
Is it
so
too powerful
big.
come
for Discord?
on.
Hold on, let me look.
Way too powerful for Discord.
And so, by the way, the TV size we were able to get was 86 inches. And so we
Jesus Christ.
we
bigger
take
than
it
the
completely
cart.
apart. Somehow taking a TV out of a packaging makes the packaging way bigger than it was when it was all together. There's so much packaging everywhere, so much styrofoam and packaging ever. And the TV is so heavy and unwieldy because it doesn't have legs on it or anything, right? And if it did, we'd have to take them off because they wouldn't fit. And so we get it sideways, finally, outside of all the packaging, which is next to impossible because there's nothing to put it on other than the ground. It was a whole fucking thing, right? Just a whole nightmare of a thing that we were having a delight doing. By the way, I was having time of my life. Then we were able to get the TV sideways, get it up onto the car. An 86-inch TV weighs almost as much as a kitchen island, it turns out. And we get it shoved in, and there's about, I don't know, Gav, what do you say, like 6 inches of TV sticking out of the back?
Yeah, we didn't take into account the thickness of the door.
Yeah. And so we had to move both of the front seats as far forward as they would go, and then forward, and then wedge the TV in, and then honestly slam the car door on it and hope it didn't break.
I put another picture in Slack.
It made a noise, but it didn't break.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you can see. So then
We were all squashed up against the dashboard and the steering.
So then, this is the dumbest part. So then we had a whole box worth of TV trash. And I was like, Gavin's like, what do we do with all this trash? And I was like, I genuinely don't know. I didn't get that far in my head buying the TV. I just thought we'd take it out. And the car's full of TV, right? And so we look around and we try to put it all back together. And I'm like, there's got to be a dumpster or something. And we can't find anything and we can't fit it. And so we just put it all in back on the cart and kind of put it over out of the way. And then we just left. And then about 3 seconds on the road, we looked at each other and went, we can't do that. That's terrible. We're going to ruin somebody's day.
Well, I wanted to tell us like an employee. I'd be like, is there a place we could dump it? Or so then we were driving around looking, and then we were just like at the exit. We had to make a real split decision.
So we left, and then we're like, no, we can't do it. So we turned around and we came back in, and on the way back in, we found a dumpster at another store. So we went back to where we left the TV box, and we took it apart piece by piece and slid it all into the car. You can see it hanging out over our heads there, and then drove over to a dumpster and then put it all in the dumpster. And then we had Five Guys, and holy shit, Five Guys is expensive.
Dude, we did the maths on it. We had 2 burgers, right? And it came to, I think, like $50.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was $50 and like 45 cents.
That means like a burger is like a 40th of a TV. Like,
yeah.
if we had that meal, we could have had that meal 20 times before we'd spent as much money on the TV. Should a TV be like 20 burgers, not 40? Or like 200 burgers, I mean? Like,
yeah,
I think that's
agree.
the problem with the world is that you could buy all this massive shit, but the actual day-to-day, the lunches, is what's doing everyone in. I should be able to have 200 burgers per TV.
I'm right there with you. The burger conversion doesn't work, dude. It's like, what do we get? We got 2 bacon cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries, and 2 sodas.
Yeah, we're buying a TV that's like less than $10 an inch.
So that you got this at Costco, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would be so anxious trying to load that in the car of a Costco parking lot, just filled with people wanting your space. People, that
We're
sounds
right on the end as well.
terrible.
Oh, dude, we were playing dickhead calisthenics without even trying because there were cars, Pat. Like, Gavin saw it firsthand. There were cars waiting that would just sit and watch us for like 20 seconds and then give up and leave. Because we were out there for a fucking while.
It would take so long.
I might cut a little video of our process. I don't have
would
anything
love
of us
to see
physically loading it in, but all of this, because I was helping carry it, but all the stuff around it, I've documented it.
It took 2 minutes to buy and 20 minutes to get it in the car. But it fucking worked. And then we got it back to the office and we put it in the spot where everybody knew the TV would go. And it's like 4 inches bigger than the wall, maybe. It hangs out into the doorway. Or you won't be able to open the closet.
So what happened there? Did you guys measure the wall as part of your...
We measured it after.
Yeah, we measured it after when we saw it was too big.
I love that you had the 43-inch thing that you were like locked in on, but you didn't measure the wall. I feel like that's the important thing for referencing.
The important thing was to get it back.
I
Put
guess,
it in the Slack. That's how the TV fits in that space.
Yeah, you can see it hanging over.
Let me look at it.
And it's just resting on the console table.
It's so ridiculous.
The legs don't.
Yeah, it's not a center stand either, so it doesn't even fit on the table.
But the thing that I noticed is that you guys also bought a wall mount.
Yeah, what are we going to balance it on that table?
What's the plan with the wall mount?
Well, we can either shimmy into the room or we can leave the closet door open.
That's the plan?
Or we can mount it to a different wall. There's the wall to the right. Yeah.
There's the less funny option of putting it on the other wall. It's up to you.
It looks like Humpty Dumpty sitting on the wall. It's going to fall. Its legs are just dangling.
Oh, yeah, that's not safe. We took that down the second the photo shoot was over. Yeah, that was just for y'all.
And we watched a little bit of Total Wipeout with Hammond.
With Richard Hammond in like 240p or whatever it was.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, the TV does in fact look better than that. That was the Hulu show we put on.
This was my view of Geoff as we were taking our stuff to the dumpster.
So the TV isn't in a finalized spot yet. It's still being figured out.
It's still being figured out.
That's crazy.
We just wanted to make some real progress, and so we did.
It's really exciting to have the progress, but it's so funny to me that you guys measured if it would fit in the car, but not the wall.
Well, that seemed like the bottleneck.
Yeah, could you imagine something worse than getting the TV to the car and having it not fit? Then you're really screwed.
I feel like can you strap a TV to the top of the car?
I see it on TikTok all the time. Very rarely goes well.
Might go flying.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We were actually trying to milk the inches even more, and then we decided against it. But we realized when we were measuring, we measured like horizontally the hole in the car that we could get the TV through. And then as we were measuring the height of TVs, Geoff was like, I mean, if we measured the hole in the car diagonally, we can get slightly more inches. But we didn't go that far. We wanted it to lie down flat.
Yeah, instead of wedging it.
But I think we could have got an 88 in there at a push. It would have just been diagonally in the car.
I just would have been a little more precarious. I think that I appreciate how conservative we went with it, Gavin.
Yeah, I think we really reined it in.
Like, it's big, but it's not too big. It's not comically big.
Under $1,000.
Yeah, it was like $800.
That's crazy. Wow.
Which by the way, fucking Costco doesn't take American Express, so the company owes me $800.
Debatable.
You're gonna love that TV.
Just gonna take his TV and go home.
I can't.
If he can figure out how to get it back in that car, absolutely.
Too hard.
I'll film it.
No, what you'll do is you'll watch awesome stuff on the TV.
You need to like strap suspenders to the back of it and then throw it over your back and just walk down the street like a villain.
We could have spent so much more money on a TV. They get so expensive, but we were very.
Yeah, we walked past all the nice stuff, like all the OLEDs and all the modern refresh rates. We just went for size.
And for price.
So this is gonna be where like Mario Party is played. This TV. This is like the central gaming TV.
Yeah, this is where it was played at this point.
Okay.
I always think about like when Halo 2 was new, I probably played 2,500 games of Halo 2 on a 4x3 14-inch TV with a VCR built into it.
Absolutely.
So the fact that you can play Mario Party on this, where each screen of a split screen is bigger than my entire TV, I love that.
Yeah. The price of TVs, it's crazy how I remember spending essentially how much you guys paid for a mid-tier 50-inch TV, like a little over a decade ago. Like having to save up my money and being so excited of like, oh, this is a big purchase. And now just seeing like that you can get an 86-inch or whatever that is for the same price is insane.
The first TV I bought myself was a 32-inch 720p Philips, and it was £900.
Oh my God.
Well, I remember, Gavin, the first time we bought a TV together, we were talking about this the other day, you were visiting for the summer, and I was finally ready to upgrade to a flat screen TV. And I bought, at Best Buy, we went together, I think I bought a 36-inch TV, maybe, or 40-inch.
It was similar in size to your previous one, but I think it was HD, right?
It was HD, and the other one was ED TV. And I want to say it was like $2,700.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. I found a picture of the TV I played Halo 2 on.
That boy, dude, that picture you could post anywhere on the internet, and it's just like nostalgia bait for people our age.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely. That's insane.
I love the Jackass box set.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got chrome skin on my original Xbox.
Wow.
Hell yeah, you do.
And the DVD remote.
What is what does that say at the top? Is that like a little name tag? Kind of like at the top, right?
It says Gavin's phone hands off. I don't know who bought me that. Someone
Pretty
bought me
cool.
that for my birthday. And it was
Pretty
like a phone holder.
cool.
I have a serial killer update.
Ooh.
Oh no, your house. Is there more carcasses?
There have been two incidents. One, I can smell the scent of death around the side of my house, but I cannot find the location of the death.
No!
Oh,
But
no.
something has definitely been decomposing somewhere on the side of my house, and I just cannot locate it. I'm also not looking too hard because it's fucking gross, whatever, when I find it. But the other night, I think I may have seen the serial killer, at least certainly the first prime suspect. I went out, and now I've unlocked a new fear in life too. I went out to throw some trash away in my trash can, and I lifted the trash can up and I threw like, I don't know, a bag of food or something in there. And something shifted when I did that, and I just dropped the top. And I thought, what the fuck? I like took a step back for a second, and I went, what the fuck? And right as I took a step back, the lid exploded open, and the biggest, fattest raccoon I've ever seen in my life scrambled out, looked at me, jumped over the edge, and slowly, because he was so hefty, climbed over my fence and took off. And I think he was well fed. I'll say that.
You think it's him?
I think it might be him. I think he's the only other predator animal I've seen, in my yard. And once again, I'm watching the bird thing. There's been no owls. There's been no birds of prey around. And so I think it's either a fox or this mega raccoon.
Are they known for ripping up squirrels?
I think they'll eat anything if they get their hands on it.
I think they can be pretty vicious.
He definitely scared the shit out of me, and now I'm scared to open my trash can at night anymore. He probably Albert's 65 pounds or so. He was probably 40. Like, he was a sizable, maybe that's way too big to be a raccoon, but he was like as big around as my fucking dog, it seemed like. He was huge. And he definitely wasn't in great shape, because I was watching him, even shocked watching him get up the fence. It was pretty comical.
While we were in the car, Geoff, you said something, and then I wrote in my notes, Geoff strike idea. What was that?
Geoff strike idea.
It has to be something related to the files, right?
Gotta
The
be.
Future
Gotta
baseball.
be. Do you have an idea? Did you have an idea about future baseball or Time Machine Baseball?
I had an idea about Time Machine Baseball, but I didn't talk about it with Gavin, I don't think. I was just saying we should put a bunch of different years of baseball games on a wheel and spin it, and then we have to play whichever one we land on and try to remember who was the good team and stuff that year.
Could it go all the way back to the 90s?
It's a
Yeah,
really
it could
good,
go
it's a
as
really
far
good
back
idea.
as we want. Yeah, it could go back to RBI Baseball on the NES if we want.
I'll put it on the I'll put it on the list. I'll put it on the idea list.
I was also thinking alternatively, if we wanted to get deep with it, we could pick a game like MLB that lets you do this would be a lot of work, but you pick a game that lets you do custom teams, and then you spin a wheel, and then you have to pick a team from that year in baseball. Maybe you spin a second wheel to figure out what team it is, and then we just import that team into the game. So I could be the 72 Phillies while Eric's the 86 Padres and Gavin's the 2002 Mariners.
That'd be crazy. That would take so long to get going, and nobody would get it. No one knows who's on the 2002 Mariners.
It's one of those things that would be a lot cooler to do than to watch, probably, you know? But I think the idea of just spinning the wheel and having to pick, RBI baseball or King Griffey Jr. baseball or whatever and play that would be fun.
I think that's a lot of fun. I'm looking at raccoons being vicious. They're scary. There's some intimidating raccoons out there.
Oh,
you typically
wow, they
see
got
them
such
as like
flat teeth.
kind of playful.
Yeah, he could have fucked me up. If he'd have come at me instead of going the other way, oof, I don't know what I would have done. I might not be with us right now.
I did search rage raccoon and
yeah, kind of like that.
There's something still funny about a raccoon yelling from a trash can.
Yeah.
Even it's supposed to be aggressive. There's something about it that's just like, what the fuck are you doing over here? Why are you over here? This is mine. I live here. I'm waiting for a tattooed man to open this so I can scare him.
Switching gears away from scary raccoons for a bit.
Sure.
I was streaming the other day and talking about how much fun the summer movie draft was in general, and somebody in the stream had a great idea. They said you guys should sell a popcorn. Like, what is the Gerpler popcorn bucket?
Oh,
popcorn buckets are hot right now because here's the
Popcorn
thing.
buckets are hot right now.
Here's the thing. You think like off the rip, you're like, oh, it's the Gerpler or whatever. But popcorn buckets are not shaped like they would hold popcorn anymore.
they're very ineffective typically at
Yeah, it's like the whole Sarlacc pit one that was a big deal and all that.
Right, but they're doing like Darth Vader shit where it's like his helmet. And so you can get pretty out there with it. You can even get, hang on, let me send you this photo. It's not just popcorn bucket, which I think we should stick at. One that can hold soda, very interesting to me.
I've seen, yeah. I was curious how that worked. What movie coming out has one where it's soda? Is it Defenders or whatever, that Marvel one?
Thunderbolts?
I think that one might have one that is a soda / popcorn.
What, like it's both?
Yeah, I think so.
We do have a Gerpler, and while I think it would be interesting to see what a Gerpler popcorn bucket would be, we also have a portapotty.
Oh, portapotty is a great one. Yeah,
perfect popcorn bucket vessel. So since
amazing.
we have the Wheel of Decades coming up, I don't know if that's come out yet or not, but I think it has, right? With where we have to watch the 6 episodes of Charmed 2018. And we've talked about indexing so heavily into like the summer movie stuff. Maybe it makes sense for us to investigate with El Famoso some sort of a porta-potty themed popcorn bucket.
Sending an email right now.
Can it have a little toilet at the bottom for like one piece of popcorn to fall in?
Dude,
yeah,
what if it's like a little butter fountain? You hit the button and it sprays up into the popcorn. Like a bidet for your popcorn. A butter bidet.
Oh, never mind.
Can you dye popcorn?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Like before it's popped?
No. I don't think so.
I think they do it after.
I was wondering if I put like a kernel into just pure blue food dye, would it pop blue?
Well, we have a kitchen. We can test it out, Gav.
Hey,
Let's soak some popcorn kernels.
Yeah. I wonder if soaked kernels even pop though.
Maybe after they dry out.
We might have to soak and then dehydrate our kernels.
Okay.
That is why our office is a rented home, so we have access to a kitchen to try these things.
100%.
Kitchen, an important part. I'm thinking of other popcorn bucket things we could do. What we could do an Ian thing.
Yeah.
Soda through the mouth.
Ian is exactly, that's where my head went first was Ian. I think the Ian thing is so good because that reminds me of the Wolverine one is what I thought of, where it's his big dumbass head or whatever. And oh, you haven't? Hang on. It's this.
It's supposed to be in reply to the Dune one.
Oh,
right?
yes.
That looked
God.
sexual.
Yeah.
Was the idea.
So is that, and then you can put like, it's popcorn. But in Ian one is a lot of fun. I'm emailing right now, exploring popcorn buckets, and we're thinking porta potty. So I'll let you know when there's an update.
I was a big fan of the Fast X popcorn bucket, which was just Vin Diesel's car really embracing the not at all a good mechanism for eating popcorn out of, but it just is absurd. Big fan. You just fucking lift up the top of his Charger and you put the popcorn in the
It's like eating
car.
off a tray.
That's awesome.
That looks cool as hell, though.
Yeah, it's great.
Maybe we're popcorn bucket people. Maybe we can start collecting popcorn buckets.
I'm definitely a popcorn bucket guy.
I didn't realize I was, but I think I might be.
I think so.
They get ridiculous.
What are you eating, Nick?
The dumber, the better.
Yeah, I'm in.
But when do you ever think, like, if you're ever eating popcorn out of a bowl, are you ever having a problem about that?
No, it's great.
What?
What do you mean?
I don't understand. I don't understand what you're saying.
Me neither. No,
What?
it's just, whenever I'm eating popcorn out of a bowl, it's perfectly fine.
Yes.
I don't need a specific thing for popcorn at any point.
A lot of people felt that way before the Gerpler too, and then they tried a Gerpler.
Yeah, now
Yes, that's
what?
fair play.
Yeah, so now what,
yeah.
Gavin? Come on.
Yeah. Rebuttal?
Yeah,
Well, now
thoughts?
I want to. What if we all came up with our own popcorn buckets?
Well, let's just try to get one and then we can go.
Yeah, but how do we know we're making the best one?
All right. Well, my idea was the
Cells?
porta potty.
Yeah, gotta go with Nick. Let's see how this one goes, and then we can go from there.
What if we're all popcorn bucket people, but our audience are not?
I'm definitely not a popcorn bucket person. It's like I'm not at all.
What if it was Snoopy though?
All right, now maybe we're talking.
You would eat out of Snoopy's scalped head.
I would. yeah, I'd eat out of Snoopy's scalped head. That sounds good. Here, I'll send you this picture. You know who's a big popcorn bucket guy is my very good friend Rocco. He loves the popcorn bucket, as evidenced by having about a dozen of them.
Oh, he really does.
Jesus Christ. Well, now
There are
this
people who are
makes me-
super into the popcorn bucket. It is a
God,
big game.
Rocco kind of sucks the fun out of this, doesn't it? It
Okay,
makes me
cool.
like it less.
Awesome. Right on.
Yeah, but look, that's the first time I've seen him look happy.
Exactly.
Have you ever seen that before? That looks
A
like
genuine smile.
happiness.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
There you go. So, something to think about.
Have you seen the Xenomorph one, Gavin?
No.
Imagine sitting in the theater trying to eat your popcorn out of this. It's just a xenomorph head.
They didn't even use the mouth as like.
No, it's the top of the head that they fill up. It is so long and bulky. It would be so uncomfortable to sit in a movie theater and eat that.
Also, there's no way that the popcorn chamber is the entire length of that.
No,
You'd never get any out.
it's a disaster.
Dig that one, Eric.
Oh, that's
it's
really
a-
cute.
It's
It's a
this little
Snoopy in his
and then-
house. Is
yeah.
the,
So you drink out of a long Snoopy, and then you're hanging out with Woodstock eating to corn.
that's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. You think there's a way we could figure out like a Rizzler sort of situation?
I'm still waiting on Rizzle Tea or whatever that was called.
Dude, that was like the worst April Fool's joke because I wanted it. The Arizona iced
Arizona,
tea,
yeah.
Arizona. I thought that was great. This is great. This should honestly, Rizzler and Julia Louis-Dreyfus should just do new Seinfeld.
Rizzler is Kramer.
That's exactly what I thought too. They like watch him burst in the door. That's fantastic.
Is it Louise? I thought it was Louis.
It's Louis, isn't it?
All I
Okay.
know is it's Sevigny.
It's definitely 7, yeah.
Sevigny.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to tell you.
I am really curious how long the Rizzler's reign is going to be. I hope it's a long time.
The Rizzler's reign.
Do you think the Rizzler will last longer than Andy Milonakis did?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. But Andy
Interesting.
Milonakis is still around. You just have
He's
to
still
I
doing
know.
stuff.
He is still doing stuff. I just heard him on Stavros World the other day. He's definitely kicking.
Age is really much like Expedition 33. Age is going to come for the Rizzler, unfortunately. It's not the Paintress. It's going to be puberty. It's going to really damage the Rizzler brand.
You never know, though. It could be like that Neville Longbottom dude.
Oh, yeah. That's
He turned into puberty turned him into a hunk.
Not about, no, I'm not. This isn't about appearance. I just think that so much of the Rizzler's appeal is how small he is.
I think it's just his extreme charisma.
You think so? I mean, he does have that wrist.
I think it's the word Rizzler. It tickles
also,
my
yeah.
it tickles my brain
It
like
does.
the word wizard or lizard. that I enjoy saying and hearing, and I don't get tired of. I like hearing and saying the word Rizzler a lot.
You just like Z's.
Yeah, I'm a big Zeds guy. Lord Zed, all of it.
You would probably love saying Zizzler. You should name something
Oh, the
Zizzler. And then you
Zizzler?
can just have a Z overload.
What if Rizzler was at Sizzler? That should be an April Fool's thing. Is there's a Rizzler Sizzler?
Write it down.
Right? What am
Write it down.
Okay. All right, hang on. I'll write it down.
Okay.
Just let me jot down Rizzler Sizzler real quick.
For $5,000, would you legally change your name to Zarek?
I don't think so. No, not for $5,000. I think I'd rather wear a beret. You know what I mean?
What about Eriz?
That's Eriz is pretty good. That might be pretty good. ERIZ.
I wouldn't recommend doing bits around your name.
Yeah, the name thing's tough. I just don't think you can do that. I think you gotta hang on to the name. It's tough.
I don't know. I changed my name a bunch. It worked out okay for me.
Yeah, but is it laser with an S or a Z?
With a Z. As we say in America.
Rizzler Laser Rizzler Sizzler Lizard Wizard. That all seems that all.
You just activate somebody?
Hey, Andrew, how are
Yes.
we on strikes?
I feel good about strikes. You guys made a ruling, right?
Yeah.
Those two didn't count. I'm happy with whatever the ruling was.
You got any new ones?
No, well, I had some from you. You're not really in the game too much. And you were sick. It was when you came back and you were sick, and like it was a lot. It was very understandable.
Andrew asked me to upload some files, and then I didn't. And then he reminded me I didn't upload them, or I did, and I uploaded the wrong ones. And Gavin and I, when we were getting the TV, drove all the way to the house to upload a file for him, and I still uploaded the wrong file.
Wait.
What?
We drove all the way to your house, and I stood in your living room for you to give him the wrong file?
Apparently, yeah.
Was it the same thing? I thought it was a different thing.
Now here's the
Maybe that
thing.
was.
I know you're not in the strike game, Geoff, but I think maybe you have one now.
But you might be.
Yeah,
Let me
I felt pretty
check.
bad about it.
It was.
Oh, that's my Geoff strike idea.
There you go. That's
What's your
crazy.
Geoff strike idea?
What my idea was, so the game is that if I get 20 strikes, I have to eat that gross thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, what if there's anyone that gets more strikes than me, I just don't have to do it.
I'm fine with that.
And we're not,
Sure.
and nothing happens to them, but I just don't have to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Totally.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wow. I was not
Absolutely.
expecting people to be okay with that.
Well, no, I don't think there's any chance in hell it's going to happen.
Not a chance.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, Nick got one. If we're playing
Nope.
past,
Wasn't asked for.
No.
Okay.
So
Wasn't asked
sorry.
for.
I didn't mean knowing that. I was checking the file situation with Geoff and the strikes. They were two different things. So Geoff, you uploaded the right thing at the time.
Oh,
We're
I
all
did.
good with Gavin.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was.
I thought I had it wrong. I was so
It was-
confused.
I got a text it was the third repo video we did. And I just took a screenshot of it because I didn't feel like trying to articulate what was described. And I sent it to Geoff. And the text is, the video is a chicken horse gameplay and the audio is labeled right, but I don't think it's the right file.
So I thought I had uploaded a chicken horse video and then the wrong audio, but named the right audio.
Yeah, it was supposed to be repo and you put in a chicken horse and you put in the wrong audio for that video as well.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
you
I
probably
fixed
did
it.
repo 4. Yeah, it's all good now. But
I was getting really confused when I was trying to use my time machine to make sure I wouldn't get any past strikes. I was looking through some folders. And Andrew has named so much of the Doomsday Heist Deadline. It's very confusing.
yeah, I think I just fucked up the name on that. That is totally me. I don't know why I thought it was Deadline.
Well, Deadline is the Tron game.
That's gone.
Yes, like I know it's from that, but for some reason,
It's
Deadline
gone?
and Doomsday have merged into just
Yeah.
being one thing. It's all Deadline.
That explains a lot about some of the meetings we were having. Wait, so is that why you had Doomsday edited like 8 months early?
Yeah. Did I say it was Deadline?
Well, no, we were saying Deadline should come out, and then you were working on heists that were like 8 videos ahead of where we were editing.
Well, no, I was doing that so that because we had just done a GTA month. And so I was trying to get us in a position where if we wanted to be able to do that, it would be easy to release.
Well, you should probably have worked on the videos that were after the ones that were coming out. and not the ones 12 from when
They were
putting
both
them.
being worked on simultaneously. Those are two different editors working on two different things.
Yeah, but why would the second round of Heist come out before the first?
See,
Because
this
I was
is why
trying-
Gavin needs to be in charge for whatever reason for the things he's saying that I'm not sure that I fully understand.
No, I don't need to be in charge. Just Andrew shouldn't be in charge.
You know what?
I think Andrew's doing a great job.
I think he's doing a fantastic job. Andrew, don't listen to him.
I think there's only one man up to the task, and it sounds like it's Gavin.
I think he's.
Yeah,
It's either Andrew or Gavin for me, and that's it.
that's it.
Hey, Gavin, I don't know how this meandering conversation jogged this memory, but do you remember the game type we used to play in GTA where we were all on like platforms, kind of like Deadline, and then there'd be a circle you'd have to get to by a time limit, and then the ground would start to fall away, and then if you were outside the circle, you'd blow up, and everybody had to like cram into the circle?
I remember the game. Do I remember the name? No.
Oh, damn. I don't remember the name either. But if that's still around, we should absolutely play that.
I think that's where this I Am Monster Truck came from.
I think you are right. Yeah. I think you're right. There's like not enough room for everybody in the circle. And if anybody's car's out at all, they explode. And you're just
Oh,
like,
that sounds
fucking-
fun.
That sounds great.
We should play that. There's so many things in GTA we should play.
If maybe somebody in the audience knows what it's called, can remind us.
I'm still looking for my Fall Guys level. I'm still thinking about it.
Has anyone in the community come across it, do you know?
I've had a few people reach out. I need to try one of them. But I don't think I'll ever find it again. I think it will evade me
Wow.
for the rest of the time.
Never know.
I'm hopeful.
Maybe try and get in contact with someone who works at that game company and see if it's tied to your account somehow.
That's interesting.
In your account history. Do you know what day you played it?
I have no clue about that. But if they do
Oh.
a morning show, would you be open to being on their morning show?
Why would a game development company have a morning show?
It's not for me to judge. I'm just saying if they do.
Sure.
You know how like
Okay,
GTA
there
had
we go.
programming on the TVs in the game, maybe?
I don't, I'm sure they do more than just Fall Guys. I'm sure they got a whole bunch of stuff going on over there. I'm just trying to reduce the steps for circling back around. You're already in. I can email them and say, hey, I got a guy who's already ready to go. He's in. He's ready. Do you have a morning show?
There is nothing better than an Andrew email.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Oh, there's plenty better.
Why?
I'm just scared of what I'm going to end up committed to.
Well, you don't have to commit to anything. It's your call.
Five
I'm just
questions.
presenting them to you.
But I mean, in terms of content, I should probably be saying yes to all of it.
You
Well,
don't
yeah.
have to.
Do you think? Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm just. What do you mean? What do you mean saying yes to all of it? Just anything that comes your way here.
Yeah. I mean, Andrew's taking the time out of his schedule to become my agent.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to waste his time.
That makes me nervous.
That also, that makes me nervous as well. I now need to be more selective in what.
Like, yeah.
If I have a safeguard of him saying he's certainly going to say no to this, but if that's gone, then that changes things for how I would approach
So
this.
we're basically going to end up playing like publicity chicken.
I guess so.
Are you a regulation listener or comment leaver who works at a local or regional morning show? If so,
Oh, please,
Dude,
reach out.
please.
Can
For
it be
God's
Canadian?
sake.
It's got to be Canadian. It's got to
It could
like
be
I just want
anywhere.
like some Nova Scotia TV station.
Are
Just
you less likely to criticize your own nation's morning show, Andrew?
No, I would equally criticize it because I think you're better than it. That was my point.
You're better than Canada? You think Gavin's better than Canada?
I think he's better than morning show appearances.
Even the Today Show?
Ooh.
That's a big one. Now like that. I think that is like the ultimate one.
if you're on the Today Show, you better say the name of this fucking podcast, man.
Yeah.
Please, I'm begging you, please.
Yeah.
You better be eating out of that popcorn bucket.
Yeah, because if you're on the Today Show and you don't promote us, tomorrow's going to be the Ow Show for you.
Fucking, it's gonna be the Ow.
What would the intro to the Owl Show sound like?
Ow!
Don't mention this on the Today Show and find out.
Oh, I got a show idea.
But there's no conversion. We've already talked about it.
What?
Well, right, but it's something
Even
I
if
can show. Right. But it's something I can show my mom, and she knows what that is.
Right.
Well, I might as well get them to say, hello, Eric Bador.
Okay, get them to do that. It just seems like it maybe would be more productive if it was the podcast. But yeah, just have them say
Okay.
my name. That's fine
We're
too.
for the first time, we're brand safe, Gavin. for the
Yeah,
first
I
time
just don't-
ever.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
but
what
what's
the
funnier? Listen to the Regulation Podcast or Hello Eric's Mum.
dude. If it was Hello Eric's mom, that would be pretty cool. That would she wouldn't know what's going on. That's pretty exciting.
I have a show I want to pitch doing with you, Gavin. That has been in my head.
Ooh.
That there's part of me that wants to. I love to just surprise the rest of the guys at doing this, but I also really want to hear your reaction to the pitch. It's called Behind the Mask, and it's a podcast with you and I trying to talk through having our CPAPs on at the same time, wearing our masks and communicating. I was doing this in bed the other night where I was trying to say sentences with my mask, and it's really difficult because it's blasting air through your nostrils into your throat when you talk. It is not easy to do. And it made me very gassy boy after I did it for quite a while because I'll air it up. But I think doing a little mini supplemental, you and I trying to conduct a podcast with our masks on and while wearing them could be pretty good.
For me, it just sounds like very short, nasally sentences followed by like,
Yeah,
that's like what it sounds like for me.
I think that would be very funny.
Why don't we debut a segment on the next regulation? We'll just have like a 2-minute chat with our paps.
Oh, that's a great idea.
I think it's a great
This
idea.
is such an innovative idea. We need to take this straight to the morning shows. They're going to love it. CPAPs are a hot button issue right now, and it's going to be perfect for their audience.
I've noted in my notes that next week or next episode, Behind the Mask. So that way when we get into it, we'll know right away.
I love it.
Lug all that shit into my office.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, do they make extension cords for CPAPs? They must, right? What's the longest CPAP hose I could get?
I don't think the hose can be that long.
Can I have just an insanely long hose?
I mean, would that work? You'd just be breathing hose air.
I feel like I'm already breathing hose air.
Yeah.
Let me look up. Can we?
They make travel paps.
They sure do. They're like portable, right?
Yeah. Like little USB ones for planes and stuff.
Do they call it a TPAP?
Hose extender.
I don't think so.
No, well, they should.
How long can I get these? So CPAP extension hose doesn't seem like they're too absurdly long.
I wonder if there's a group pap. Like, could
Oh,
one,
that
could
is
you get
a
one machine
nightmare.
for like 6 hoses?
Like a hookah, kind of?
Like the dreaming machine in Inception.
Yeah. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a product that is what I want of like a 6-foot CPAP hose.
Do you think you could build the GPAP, Gavin?
Oh, the Jeep.
Oh, that's interesting.
You get in the lab?
Yeah, I bet I could build a GPAP. I just need to like reverse engineer a regular pap.
Yeah.
What do I need? Like a little air compressor, a little humidifier.
Probably not much else. Some hoses, a couple of J-bins.
Oh, a 10-foot extra long hose.
When was the last time you bought a J-bend?
I was with you, I believe.
But we're very cyclical. Like we've done the TV again. It could be that our next trip might be for a J-bend. How are your sinks holding up?
I mean, that's a rental, so I don't give a shit. But
Okay.
We'll see. We'll have to see how the dump rooms in the office hold up.
I am excited for us to get the office finalized. Although by this time it comes out, it will have been done by now.
Yeah.
We're post-stream. We're in season 2. What an entrance into season 2. CPAP masks, hoses, popcorn buckets. I'm excited to see what this year brings.
Blindsides.
That's true.
It's been a hell of a season already. We're only an hour and 15 minutes into it.
I thought about using my blindside to blindside us back to what we were going to do before we got blindsided.
Whoa. That's a nefarious way to use a blindside. I never considered that.
Like, imagine if we started this podcast and then I said blindside with playing Worms Armageddon.
Wow.
Like, would that be allowed?
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I just never thought about using a blindside for good.
Yeah.
My blind sides are educational.
Yeah, sure.
Your blindsides fill me with dread.
Littlest Hobo is pretty good.
That was great.
Learned about Canadian culture.
Nick, have you ever done one?
No, I need to think of one.
Yeah, you two need to use them. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they are fun. They are real fun. What? So we get two a year, right? A video game one and then a
Video game
TV
and a live
movie one.
action.
Okay. So I got a video game blindside.
2 a year is nuts. That's 10 blindsides a year.
Well, not really. It's more like 5 because you don't really use yours. Nick isn't using yours.
Chances are great that I won't use a video game blindside. I can't even imagine what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm scared if you do.
Are there any AIDS games?
Oh.
We should end this show.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. This is the end of the beginning of season 2. After this, we're just in it. It's just season 2. Thanks for watching for the first year. Maybe continue to watch into the next year and then each subsequent year after that. And we really do appreciate it. Give us stars. Oh, you know what? We have mail now. You can send us mail if you want to. Our address is P.O. Box 13146, care of Regulation Company, Austin, Texas 78701. I'm not saying it twice. Thank you very much.
Have you measured it?
Have I measured what?
The PO box?
Yes.
Yeah, I know how. I know what
right
size
when
it
we
is, yeah.
first started, we did. So we
Yeah.
have some stuff that we need to open and all that.
So what's the size of it?
It's like bigger than a bread box.
Okay.
Bigger than a bread box.
Do you need the actual dimensions? I can.
No,
give it to you.
just-
Hold on.
Do you
Just
have
means
notes?
people can't send anything bigger than bread.
It's the size is it's a size 4. It's 11 inches by 11 inches.
Oh, that's bigger than bread.
Yeah, but I said it was bigger than a bread box. But also, if somebody mails you something bigger than your PO box, it doesn't just get returned for being too large. They just put a yellow sheet of paper in your PO box that says "Go to the window and ask for this package," and they give it to you.
Do they get mingy about that? Do they charge you extra for that?
No, they don't get
wow.
mingy or charge you extra.
Only if you ask for cheese.
Yeah.
I just put AIDS in the Microsoft store and you get a Gundam update for some reason. Gundam Battle Alliance. In the films category, you get a movie called Band Aid and The Golf Doctor, First Aid for your game.
Wow.
Well, definitely something to think about for future blindsides. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.